Hello, Elizabeth Ellis here, providing quality winning trade signals with Tradeflix Incorporated, looking at Euro USD and going over the market, analyzing the market for you guys. If you're interested, you can also get a signal from me or multiple signals. It's your choice. I also got one-on-one. It's something that I just started doing, and hopefully you like it. So let's see what's going on here. All right, so on the 5-minute chart, we're currently having a minor correction here where we're coming back into, it looks like secondary support here. This is the we've already crossed through. Actually, let me mark it with the line. This is our primary support. This is our secondary support. We're starting to actually bounce off of this level here. We have this green candle popping up. If you look at the 5-minute, we're right at the moving average, so that makes sense. And if we look at the 15, 30, and the 1 hour, we still have quite a bit of room before the candles actually reach or come into the moving average. So if we look at the indicator, for the most part, everything is pointed up. For example, on the 15, let's look at the 15. Okay, let's look at the 30. Now let's look at the 1 hour. And the 4 hour has come back up again. Okay, so the daily is starting to get a little bit of weakness to the upside. The weekly is flat, giving the daily permission to do what it's going to do, but the monthly is pointed straight up. Now it's nearly crossed completely to the opposite, to the upper side of the indicator, meaning if you look at the candles here, we haven't made a higher high on the chart. There's a really good chance that on the monthly, which can take a while to complete, to move, this could come back. So the monthly's up, the weekly's giving permission, the daily is showing a little bit of weakness. 4 hours up. The 1 hour is it's also saying buy, but the %D is in the neutral zone, so it's a little bit unclear completely which way this wants to move. So I have to look back at the higher time frame to remind myself, okay, the 4 hours saying up, so that's what I'm seeing this do. Now keep in mind it's right at %D, so it could roll over, it could go whichever way it wants to, and with the daily pointed down, there's a likelihood that it's, even if it does cross, it could just pop across it and then it can weaken and back off. So, but these are much higher time frames, and typically a day trader is not going to be looking that far ahead. Although if the time frames that a day trader typically uses, which is typically going to be the 1 hour, and anything quicker, the 1, 5, 15, and 30. I typically tend to have all those charts up from the 1 minute to the 1 hour. If anything less, if any of these charts are not making sense, then I'll refer to my higher time frame charts. And with the 1 hour, the way that it currently is, I will refer to the higher chart. With that 4 hours the way it is, I want to look at that daily. With the daily like it is, it makes me want to look at the weekly. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking for clarity, and everything, not everything, but the 15 and the 30, they're both extended across the indicator, meaning they're more likely to come back into support. However, on the 5-minute chart, if this is just a pullback, which is what it looks like, we've pulled back into the moving average and now we're bouncing off of it and starting to head back higher, then we could see prices go higher from here. However, if we look at the 15 and the 30, I can't really expect it to go that much higher because there's quite a bit of room for it to move back into the moving average, which is below it. So it's important to be careful and wait for the right timing to enter in the correct direction as well. So I'm just going to watch this, and I'm trading my personal account right now. When this came off the moving average here, as I was discussing at the very beginning, and this green candle started popping up, that was a buy. This was good for at least this one trade would have been profitable. Okay, so I'm just watching it, and once I enter, I will throw a red line on this chart like this at the candle that I entered it at. Most likely you'll see me remove these red lines and just put one red line up here, which will be the price, the entry price, and we'll go from there. So I'll mark this candle for now, just because I want to see if the next expiry closes above that level, and this is binary options. I am researching cryptocurrency, and I will be putting information out about that, and possibly doing possibly becoming active in that market. Subscribe to my channel. If I do any type of webinars or anything that you may want to be a part of, I'm going to share that on my channel. And don't forget, if you're interested in signals, maybe you're looking to come up with the money to get into cryptocurrency. Maybe you are looking to fund your account with Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's price is almost $3,000, and to fund your account, it's 0.1 of the current value of Bitcoin, which means that it would cost $300 to fund your account. So how are you going to get that? How are you going to get those funds? And binary options is one way that you can do that. So, again, I am providing one signal for $50. That may change, but either way it goes, I haven't decided yet. Like I said, I'm looking into cryptocurrency, and you can still make money with me, but it is going to cost $50 for one signal. So feel free to comment, signal below, or inbox me signal for more details. So I'm just looking at this right now. So there was quite a bit of information that I could have given you guys on this trade and how the price behaved itself. Now, remember earlier I said I put this line up because I was curious to find out if this next trade was going to end above that level. And this trade actually, it ends on this blue line. These blue lines are the ends of the expiries. These blue lines. So it's actually the candle right before it, not the candle that closes on the line. The candle right before it is what's going to determine if it's a winner, you know, or if it's profitable or not. So we can see it's holding at this level. And I could buy it here if I thought that it would close above this level. But with the 5-minute pointed down, I'm just not going to take that chance. I'm seeing that there's a good chance that it will. The 1 minute is already at support, so it's more likely to go into resistance. It has more room to the upside. These three charts here, the 15, 30, and the 1, are all saying we have upside momentum. The only thing is the 5 minute. It's a pretty powerful time frame, and if the 1 minute and the 5 minute are not in agreement, then I don't trade it. So right now the 5 is pointed down. It's not in agreement with the 15, 30, or the 1. It's not ready to reverse, even though it appears this could just be a pullback. It's still pointed down, so I'm not going to trade this. I'm not going to trade this to the upside just yet. So there's about 5 seconds left, and this will close above this level. So that was 2 good trades as this came off the bottom. Right here on this candle, the indicator was coming off the bottom, and that's how you want to trade when it has plenty of room to the upside. That was about the 39, which would, okay, so if we look at the 5 is starting to inflect a little bit, but it's not guaranteed until it actually crosses. Now, if this 1 minute crosses here, that 5 minute is weak. When it moves in the direction of the 1 hour, I can be pretty confident. 15 seconds left to the close of this candle, so I'm going to give it time just in case it wants to pull back. If it pulls back, then and see, that's why you want to keep your eyes on the momentum, which is shown in the indicator. Now the 15 is flat. The 30 is flat now, and the 15 is sort of curling over. So we're losing some of this upside momentum, even though the 1 hour is doing its very best to try to raise prices. I mean, it's now pointed almost straight up. It's gonna hold that 30 up. It's gonna hold. That's gonna hold this 15 up. If this 5 crosses, then I will buy it. But I want to keep in mind that these 2 charts are showing some weakness, so it could come across and back off. And that's really not going to be. It's really going to be something that I want to take a deeper look at in some back testing to see how price typically behaves when these have shown a little bit of weakness, and yet it looks like a pullback on the 5 minute. Because we're pretty much still holding this level. I feel like I could buy it right here at 61, and this trade will close above that level. But I wasn't watching the indicator when I explained that. So if this popped, then I would not agree. I would not buy it. So we're up 5 pips at the 66. But the 5 is still below the average. It hasn't crossed, and these are backing off a little bit. So At the 72, getting stronger to the upside. Still, the 5-minute, not 100%. It hasn't crossed through, and it doesn't always have to cross through. This, the confidence to trade this is actually going to come more so from back testing and just having done it before, having seen it before, you know, remembering what it did, how it behaved in the past. Now I'm feeling a little more confident about buying this. It's tempting me. It's making me think that I can be a little more confident to buy it simply because we have the shooting star candlestick, and then we get a bullish candle that follows it. And you saw it popped up pretty, you know, it raised price quite a bit, but then it's also backed off, and the indicator is in the area where the price could be extended and wanting to pull back into support. So now I'm anticipating that this could pull back even if it crossed below %D, this green line. If it crossed below %D again, if support held, everything was looking up still in these higher time frames, and then it crossed one more time to the upside, I would buy that one. This could be a place to sell it. Curious to find out if this expiry is going to close above this level, and I would be willing to bet that it will. See, so we had a fake out to buy it up here. Then price dropped suddenly quite a bit, quite sharply, and there's temptation to sell it. However, we're uptrending, and we had a good signal back here. Now, with the way price is behaving right now, obviously there's a chance that may not happen. I quickly confirmed with this bullish candle, or this bearish candle dropping prices. And that makes sense because the 15 has room to move into the moving average, which is below it. The 30 as well as the 1 hour also have that room. So it makes sense that that is where we would see this price go. But it's really, and it's dropping quite a bit, but it's just really, it's dropping quite a bit in a way where I'm asking myself, is this how it typically behaves? Because these higher time frame charts are not actually saying sell. They're showing that they're ready to reverse, either as a pullback or some minor correction. This is quite a strong drop that we're seeing on the 1 minute. So, I don't have to trade it. I can just wait for some clarity. So we came back into this level that you see this green candle, this bullish candle popping up off of. And So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. There's a lot going on in the market right now. What I want to do is, like I said, I'm going to end this recording, and I may take a step to go live on YouTube here next. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for joining.